you don't mind, we have a crew that's voicing
Dave Rodney,
him.
our manager, Lisa and Robin. We met them in Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were
Hi,
the
Dave.
ones
It's
Tony
very
was
nice
telling
to meet
about.
you.
It's Tony's uncle. I met them.
Because I was saying that
He kept saying it. He looks like Tony. I said, no,
Just for a
it's
while,
not.
he'll be back.
Yeah,
He's coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
We have to break for a few minutes.
It didn't come out. We need another one.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, thank you.
I'm Lisa. This is Robin. We're from WZBC and WERS in Boston.
Okay.
Not too far from home.
Yeah.
And so how was it to perform your first time at Sun Splash?
Oh, it was great. It was a great
It
experience.
was a good performance.
Thank you very much.
Was the crowd a lot different than the crowd of foreign, crowd of home?
Oh yeah. I think everybody has their own turf, as we would say, and I mean, it's not my turf yet, but they'll listen to me because they're not really familiar with my stuff. Because being on an independent means you don't really get distributed as you would like to.
Yeah, distribution in Jamaica is hard anyhow.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they accepted me, whereas they listened. But I expected it anyway, so it wasn't anything disappointing to me because it was great.
What's it like to be a female in such a male-oriented type of industry?
Oh, I'm one of those spoiled people. I don't notice them anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just go about doing my business.
Cool.
I just think I wouldn't say I'm all of that liberated woman, but I always think that men always feel they're in charge. If they want to feel like they're in charge, that's fine. But I'm going about my business to do what I want to do.
Good.
It's not with me. You just keep out of my way and everything will be fine. It doesn't bother me.
See. Was that the biggest audience that you've ever played for?
Well, it's a thought between that and Roll Call that I did like 2 years ago in Kingston. Basically, I think it's the biggest, yes, because I think that was, because everybody goes to Reggae Sunset. Yeah, it was definitely the biggest.
What was it like to be performing with all the other big names? And
Well, you had to remember, I'm from New York. They come to America anyway, so most of them I know and I've performed with anyway. There were a few new ones, but basically it's the same.
Last time that I remember you being in Boston, there was a really bad incident that happened.
Yes,
I
when
wonder
they
if you
started.
can address that kind of situation and what you think
The
about
thing
it.
is, they think they could do what they do in Jamaica and it has the same effect. Now in Kingston, you have people giving you gun salutes and it's great, it's fine, nobody moves, it's in the open air. It's ridiculous trying to do that in an enclosed place. It's stupid. People don't know what's going on. You have people that's drunk, they probably aim it somewhere that it ricochets and then people panic, and I think it's very stupid.
well, not to mention that the people in Jamaica that usually have the guns
Are the police.
army or police.
Exactly.
And it's people, and as you said, it's an open air venue where
Yeah.
they're shooting into the air and there's nowhere it's going to deflect. But we've been in situations, we weren't at the show that you were at, but we have been at many shows.
And
where
then
we
they
have
know, they
done.
definitely know that the cops are going to come and we're going to have a bad name. Well, we already have one. So I think it shows the literacy.
Yeah, I think it really hurts the
whole reggae
music
scene, yeah.
as a whole.
Well, it's getting to the point where we really can't go to shows.
It's like hip hop. How, yeah, and they're really spoiling the whole thing. They're definitely spoiling the whole thing.
Well, we heard a tape of the show, and
Yeah, it's pretty exciting,
it was
wasn't it?
wild.
Yeah, all of a
All
sudden,
of a
it's like,
sudden, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, wow.
yeah, I still haven't heard that tape either.
It's a scary situation, I mean, you can't help but be very concerned for yourself, for the fact that, God knows what's happening,
Yeah, and that's why lots of people don't realize when somebody, an artist, as a reggae artist, gets huge. It's not that we don't want to mix back with our roots, but it's like you find out that you could have an option to perform and not be threatened by what might happen to you.
Yeah.
So you just prefer not to really go.
Yeah.
It's like hip hoppers. They don't do parks anymore. They do big stage shows, have bodyguards, and all the little stupidities being performed in the audience doesn't really affect them.
Yeah, we're really, I know in Boston anyhow, we're trying to develop safer venues for artists to come because, like she said, I mean, we're incredible dance hall enthusiasts, but when I hear a good show comes, it's like, I'm not going to go, I'm not going to risk it,
Yeah.
It can end up being too costly of an evening.
Yeah.
And also not to mention too that the promoters too. There's a lot of promoter business where they say people are coming and they don't.
And
And they're charging 25 US to get in the door, and when you pay 25 US to go in the door, to see a performer that doesn't show up, then the show gets shot up. It just gets
It's even more,
ridiculous.
yeah.
And it just makes it no point to venture
Well, I
out.
think, see, the world evolves and life evolves just like the world, art should evolve. And it'll be corny after a while. Everybody, see, people don't understand. At least things only happen for a time. And after a while, everybody has got to reach a point where it's ridiculous and stop doing it. And have to. It's just a must. I mean, I hope it happens soon, but it's gonna get corny to everybody after a while.
I hope it doesn't get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
It might.
For the fact that there are people that want to see artists like you and all the other DJs, and it just makes no sense that you really can't do it, and that you don't want to come and perform for the fact that you're a threat,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. I mean, you're an artist and you should be able to perform because that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
On to a happier subject. New material.
Oh yeah. It's on the Mango label, division of Island.
Great.
The name of it is, the album is fresh out the pack. It's due in September. The album, the single, is being shipped as we speak. It should be out by Monday. The name of that is Break Up to Make Up. And basically it's me, it's a reggae rapping thing. It has about 3 cuts of hip hop on it because being as I crossed over with Coop, I think, I might as well satisfy everybody. And then I just like doing it anyway myself personally. So that's basically it.
Great. So Mango hasn't really signed a lot of DJ style performers, right?
Well, I think I'm the only one.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm the only one. It's good.
Yeah,
Thank
really.
you very much.
You mentioned crossover. What do you think about the crossover stuff? And do you think that that's gonna spread out? I mean, is that gonna happen more?
Oh yeah, but it's just that we have to keep things in perspective, I should say. You can't get too carried away with crossover because then you'll get away from the original style of the music. And you'll be more accommodating people instead of people accommodating you, which that's not what we want. People are supposed to accept reggae just as it is. But crossing over, see, I try to do, like on hip-hop cuts. If I'm doing hip-hop, I do hip-hop. If I'm doing reggae, I do reggae. There's one cut on there where I speak both ways. But the music, if it's reggae music, I'm doing it's reggae music.
Right.
You have to be able to differentiate reggae from anything else. Okay, so in those terms, I'm not really on the crossover, but I love crossover. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that as far as words are concerned, I don't think we have to accommodate or speaking.
Right.
People should, if you want to listen to reggae, you tell yourself you have to learn part one,
Right.
like with me,
Yep.
So as far as that crossover is concerned, I have nothing to do with that. I'm not interested.
Yeah, it's important to just. It takes a while, but we know it took us a couple of years before we could really grasp it. But now, it's I don't know how some people can really listen to it without understanding it.
Yeah,
because the rhythms are just all the same.
same.
And it's like, how do you understand it? Sounds like people who really have no idea of what they're hearing. They go to dance all night. I can't understand how they can stay there for 13 hours.
Yeah,
I don't understand anything.
And say they just love the music. It's ridiculous.
We can do some Stitchie IDs too.
Oh, sure.
I know, actually you've been into ERS, I think maybe. WRS in Boston, it's Emerson College.
Yes, downstairs in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been there a couple times.
The Donovan S Foundation have arrived. And for those of you at the foundation table, if you could make some room for the artist. And in the back, that's Donovan's table. Make some room for him. And again, line up. You want radio, IDs, interviews, photos. Everyone's available for that. And
Carl Bradshaw. Thank
you.
Yes, my lounge and all that.
The bar is still open.
The new one.
He's great. He's a great artist.
What's that new one? Yeah, you mean Stitchie video too? Ridiculous one.
In a few minutes, can I get you to do a radio ID for me?
Oh, sure. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, WRS! I have to talk to you when you're done. That's right. I worked at both these stations.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I went to school here, and I
You've
worked
done your
at
time in
PRS.
Boston, huh?
Yeah, that's where I began in reggae. That's where I became myself. But how did you just start, or where are you? At
We're
this
well, we're
point?
almost finished. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
Okay,
just
because
about done.
MTV would like you to come down to the beach and do some countdowns for their top 20. Something.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so if you don't mind.
No problem. This will be short.
Okay, and then
Those are the two stations.
What's in the, just the no names, nobody's names. Whose
No,
program?
It,
no, I went to.
Who's the who has the
It
program?
was like a season
This is-
transfer, so it's just their very like they had just started Rockers the year I was there. Jennifer, she's great.
Ragamuffin
Hey,
International.
okay.
And this is Rockers.
And CTC, they just started their modern rock thing.
And of course, let us know who you are.
Outside help, they weren't even famous yet, so
You ready?
I started working there.
Hi, this is Shelly Thunder. When I'm in Boston, I definitely listen to Rockers on WERS 88.9. This is Shelly Thunder. And you see, if you don't listen to Rockers in Boston, WERS 88.9, you're supposed to get cooked in. Hi, this is Shelly Thunder. And when I'm in Newton, I have to listen to Ragamuffin International on WZBC 90.3. This is Shelly Thunder, and when I'm in Newton, I have to listen to Ragamuffin International, WZBC 90.3. And if you not do it, you forget cough in.
Thank you very much.
The righteousness of me, of you, just the same, you know?
So it's Western philosophy.
It's a worldwide philosophy. You know?
You're not specially connected with Rasta.
Yeah, well, most definitely, because being Rasta is being natural. I'm a naturalist, you know? So that's make me to be, you know? So, you know, on a psychological basis, then I'm connected with Rasta because you know, I'm a natural person, and Rasta is definitely naturalism, you know?
Has it got something to do with the title of your new album?
Banzai? No, well, Banzai is really a Japanese word which means attack. This is really a musical attack.
Boy, you did it last night.
Eh?
You did it the other night.
Yeah.
Banzai night came out.
So this is really a musical attack, you know? Yeah.
Actually, you said you did some poetry before you went on stage. Are you something like a recitation of interval?
No. You know, I used to do recital in church. I was a little tack coming up, you know? It was long before I started to write my songs, you know? So, you know, it's definitely a different concept. It's definitely a different concept.
Come to Germany, I heard.
Yeah, we went to Gothenburg. Someplace in West Germany we did a show with James Brown. Someplace.
What's the date?
When are you coming to Germany? Well, I think Ireland is final European tour. I don't know. Everything has been confirmed. I think, you know. As soon as it's confirmed, that will be the time.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, man, cool.
What's going on?
You're gonna be around later?
Yeah.
Backstage?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So we can do a little chat?
In line.
Yeah?
Okay.
These are the two stations we're on.
Which is WZBC at 903. Ready? Newton.
Actually, just say Boston.
Oh, Boston.
Sorry.
Okay. Now this is Lieutenant Stitchie the Governor, the real born reggae rapper, the DJ champion scene. And I want you to know that this is Stitchie on WZBC on 90.3 in Boston. Every time. Run things for years without tears.
Can you give me another one for that station?
The same station?
Yeah. I was adjusting the levels while you did that.
Now every massive run come fast, you know. Come in a hurry and listen to WZBC on 90.3 FM. Rougher than them every time. Alright? Next one, WERS. 88.9 in Boston. You must be mad for the listener station,